You guys get timeout lengths. This message is saying you can now put people in timeout for different lengths, ranging from 10 seconds to 24 hours. If you misbehave, you're going in timeout. Do you understand that? 10 seconds to 24 hours. Hello? I just wanted to say how I'm currently freaking feeling and get back on here. I know it's been super long, and like say where I've been at in my, I think 3 or 4 months, the past few months that I've been gone. It's been super challenging for me lately because I've had a lot to juggle and it's all been working out somehow. And I guess that's just time management and like fighting for my time. But I've had an acceptance into a university here in Florida last year in August. And so I'm getting towards the end of it. I'm working on this master's now, and I just feel like it's been a struggle. There's 2 children and a master's degree, and I've been working, and I'm just currently feeling like, as far as my professional life, I'm feeling very appreciative and I honor my professional life and my education. And I feel like I'm conquering that. As far as my personal life, I feel very sad, depressed, and disappointed. I feel like there's no like empathy or like understanding, and I feel like I'm struggling in the relationship area because I'm not a woman that just like sits and is available just for her relationship. And that's always been my struggle since like my past relationship, is like having that dynamic of having my own goals and having enough energy for a relationship and children now and myself. So I guess just like a catch up for everyone and also myself, so I can look back at this later and just do like a milestone check for myself. I'm currently feeling very disappointed in my personal life. My professional life, I feel like, is thriving, and my personal life feels very sad and dark and lonely. I think there's something that needs to be discussed for like general use for everyone in the world. I feel like we've been here on Earth for so long and we still don't get it. Like, men and women are so different for good, purposeful reasons. Like, men need to be very 24-hour driven, like testosterone driven, so that they can be really consistent and get up every single day and go to work. And women are very like, we have fluctuations through the month because our body takes time, like seasons, to produce an egg, and we have moments where we're high energy. That's why we clean a lot or like talk a lot. And then there's moments where we just don't want to talk and we don't want to serve anybody anymore because it's all animalistic, it's all hormones. And I feel like if you just have that knowledge and that understanding for people, like just human nature, then things can run a lot more smoothly and a lot of arguments wouldn't happen. I feel like a lot of girls in my life, they they communicate with me a lot, especially I feel like at certain times of the month, and I start wondering like what part of their cycle are they in. And that's something that we need to just have understanding for. It's not something that should be ugly or like to make the person a victim or a monster. It's literally like the person has to go through these cycles in order to create an egg to be fertilized in order to make a baby. And we should be thankful, like really thankful that that woman is even able to have an egg ready every single month to be able to be implanted by sperm, and not like make it such a horrible ordeal. So like the other side of it is, if I can communicate and say like right now I'm really not into it, like I really just want to get my work done, treat these babies, you know, do all of my womanly duties, and then at the end of it I just really need to rest and like read a book, then like that should be honored. I think that should be respected. And I think that if your partner, male or female, like can't understand that and can't grasp that, or like can't communicate that yet, then I think it's our responsibility to go and do research just on psychology and like human nature, hormones, science, whatever needs to be done, like spirituality, how a woman should treat a man, how a man should treat a woman, like roles and duties. And I think so many things can be so much smoother and like way more in love versus like fighting and conflict and bad energy in the house. So like I'm going to say some specific things that I need. I know I'm going to bleed next week. Like my date is the 20th and right now is the 17th. Today's my baby's first birthday. She just turned 1 yesterday actually, because it's midnight here. So she just turned 1 years old. It's the 17th, and I know for sure that my period's coming next week because I go through fluctuations where I feel like the week before I can feel blood flowing down there, and I start getting like more enticed to have my partner around, and I want to have a moment with him. Like I keep calling him, and I just want to like I feel more intimate. And then there's like a period, especially like towards the end of the day, where I just need coziness, a safe place. I need things in order and clean, quiet, clean, organized. Like that's super important. Why? Because I no longer feel like serving anybody or doing those things, because my main role is to rest so my egg can be recreated again and pushed up and like be ready to be fertilized. That's my job right now. And I feel like it's the unseen things that are not spoken about that are causing a lot of friction and confusion and misunderstanding that people are arguing about. And it's really just human nature, like things that we should really honor each other for. Why can't men slow down in the morning? Why don't they want to talk all the time? Testosterone. Why do they want to get out and like not talk to anybody in the morning and just get to work, not have any like togetherness? Testosterone. And then why like towards the middle of the day are they more ready to like team up with people, or like at the end of the day are they more ready to lay down and calm down? It's like it's just science. It's testosterone. And then after their 50s, testosterone drops and estrogen picks up, and they start really understanding like, oh, now I understand who I actually want to be with. Like I actually feel more empathy towards, I understand the needs of my children way more. Like I understand the girls way more. Things, or I have like certain specific needs more often. Whereas before, like a lot of men at nail salons are past 50. Before that, all they do is go to work and be dirty, basically. Like that's most men. They're okay with all of that. They have one main focus, and that's usually just to be dirty and get to work. Sorry. Basically, like usually guys are like that, and women are like the opposite, because we have different human nature, and it's our job to be a mom who's safe, who's clean, because we have to be that way. We have to be that way to have safe, healthy children around. Like we can't be playing football and pregnant. Like that doesn't work. So we don't have testosterone, and we have to honor the way that we're made and tie that. I really believe tying it into spirituality just completes it all. Like if you have knowledge and then you apply the knowledge, I mean, this is from Myron Golden. He said, if you have knowledge, then you apply it, then you have wisdom. Then we're golden. We're great. Just having the understanding, having the knowledge would help things go way smoother. If you see that somebody is like a little more quiet, are you going to keep on pushing them? Read the room. Like, read the room. So, I don't know. Where I'm currently at is I'm starting to notice some patterns in my life, and it's just I'm just I'm taking a step back and I'm analyzing everything. Like, this is my second relationship, second baby now. It's a struggle to have my goals and maintain a relationship. And I look at myself right now and I'm like, I'm alone at night a lot. Like, I would appreciate having, but only because my partner works at night now because he works in music. So now I'm like, either way, like, regardless of career choices, I noticed the pattern where before in my past relationship, the partner that I and and we split, I was alone at night a lot too. And here he is right here. So I look back again and I think about my mom. Like, my mom was alone a lot of the time. So I just kind of wonder, like, what is the cycle here? Like, is that generational? And if something can be broken, and I'm here, like, trying to break it, like, trying to pray it away. I'm trying to learn it away. I'm trying to pray it away. I'm trying to work it away. I'm just trying. I'm trying to get out of that pattern, out of that cycle. And people are here just like, I want breast milk. You're about to get booted. Thank you for your love. Thank you, girl. Yes, I was saying in the beginning, I was saying that where I'm at currently, so I've been out for 3 or 4 months, right? Just I'm at the ending of my master's degree. I'm getting a master's in finance, and I got accepted to the university last year, August. It's October now, so it's over a year. The degree is supposed to be a year, and I think it was supposed to be a year and a half. So I'm pretty much at the end, and I'm looking forward to internship right now. Like, honestly, I'm so private. I'm even afraid to say this out loud to you guys because it's just like my family knows this information. I don't know, I feel really private. I kind of like moving in silence until everything is done, at least. But that's where I've been. I've been with all of my spare time working on all of my homework assignments and tests, and at work, being an esthetician, which is a skincare specialist. It's something that I've been working on since I've been licensed since I was 21, and I have a passion for. So I'm just continuing that now to keep working. That's where I've been at. I do really miss you guys. I do. I think about you guys every single day. Every day. Hi, boo boo. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Melanie. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. The topic is just like where I currently am, and just trying to keep my head up, and currently feeling very like disappointed, sad, depressed, and also just like trying to communicate my needs. And I know things take time. If you say something to somebody and you hope that they get it the first time, but sometimes, back to human nature, like not everybody works like that. I feel like when somebody tells me something, like it bothers me that they even said it, and I just like I want to work on it immediately, but not everybody's like that. It can be really hard with some people. Like, some people just need to hear it for a long time, over and over and over again, which is super frustrating to me. But some people work like that, and I feel like right now this is my year, or like phase in my life, even more than a year, it feels like, where I just need to have more empathy and understanding for people that learn differently, that change behaviors and like habits in different ways. And some people, they take it takes more effort to break habits or create new habits. But that's where I've been. I've been at work and I've been raising my family. Winter is now one. She's one as of October 17th, yesterday. And yes, that's where I'm at. I'm just really hoping that I can have. I mean, I love the idea of like a lifelong marriage. This is something that I've always been striving for. Like, I've always wanted that since I was with my first boyfriend, and he was just acting so foolish. So it just feels like, where are they? Like, what am I missing? Like, what am I missing? So since I've been like 15 or 16, I've wanted a lifelong marriage, and I always thought that there would be this picture of like the partners honoring each other and like cherishing each other and just being so kind and gentle and sweet, and it would be like your father and I. So I don't know. I don't know what it takes. I'm just, this is where I am. I love my freaking job though. I can tell you that. Like, my children and my job are giving me so much joy, and I've been like, during the pandemic, I've lost a friend that I was, we were friends since 8 or 9 years old. And during the pandemic, um, I decided to try and partner up with her once again. And we just couldn't get on the same page the first time, and we couldn't get on the same page the second time, just based on, it was like really conflict of, I feel like that it boils down to one word, which is respect. Like, if I fly up to Boston, and I'm sorry to even say that out loud, but like, if I come to your state to try to help you move and tell you I'm going to take care of your whole life and all of your bills, and in exchange for like helping me to watch, this feels so personal. We had a deal, and the deal was broken basically, like, and along the way the timeline kept changing, and I was like, I gotta be back, like, I gotta get to work, I have my children, or my child at the time, I'm on a schedule. And the whole time it was just like, I want to go party, I want to go hang out with my friends, I want to go do drugs. And I was just like, we're not resonating, like, we're not on the same page. That's not the priority right now. And I have obligations back in my state. So basically the friend and I went our own ways, and we both, I was like, this is not going to work, she's got to get out. We ended up having her move down into the house, and it was like a big nasty breakup, like the worst girlfriend breakup that I've ever had, because it was like, a childhood friend. And so that person, when that person was severed out of my life, it was it was I get kind of cold when I'd say I give people like a chance over some years, and I kind of analyze them, and I let them have their moments to shine, and they go through like periods for me where, for a moment she like started taking her clothes off in front of my husband, and I was like, I don't feel right about that. Like, I'm not into this open relationship. Like, I'm not into that. I don't feel comfortable with things like that in my house. Like, and if you feel comfortable with that, then principles are different for you and I, and things just started going in different directions for she and I. And I don't know, we have different like principles, morals, beliefs. And so basically when she got out of my life, a lot of better people, I allowed space for better women to come in, and a lot of um more entrepreneurial women, and like spiritually awakened women, and women in Florida too have been coming into my circle, and I'm just taking time to get to know them and to welcome them in, and also to nurture these relationships, because I know that every relationship takes work. You know, you have your friends that you can just like kind of catch up with, and thank you, Ron. Super Galaxy. What's up? You know, you have your people that you can kind of like go years without just saying like hi every single day or catching up every single day. And years can go by and you just meet them again, and it's like no days went by. It's like you just continue on your relationship, and I honestly love those kind of relationships. um it gives me this sense of independence, and like clinginess kind of makes me feel like there's a like a lack of something in the personality, and they try to make up for it in relationships and like friendships. I don't know, like maybe that's a problem within myself actually, because um like I look at other girls when they have a lot of girlfriends and they're really really close together, and they like talk every day and they talk about their boyfriend's texts, and I'm like, it's cute, but I don't feel like doing that. I feel like in a relationship it's between you and that person anyways, and every time someone else gets into that conversation, they don't even know the full picture unless it's really ugly and it's been happening for a long time. And then they notice from the outside, like, hey girl, I noticed your energy's been a little bit different lately. Like, what has been going on with you, and like how are you guys? And then she kind of opens up about it, but to the sense that like you're going and you're constantly needing to show or like needing confirmation from a friend, I feel like that's not independent of a woman or even a man to do that. And I'm just not that kind of woman. I'm not that kind of woman. I just feel like when there's when it's like really bad and I really need help, fine. I'll step out the house and I'll go to like my dad's. I've done that before. But I'm like, you know, I need to get out. It gets uglier. We just need some space, and then things will come up, but not everything. Not like showing all the text messages and needing constant reminders. So anyways, so basically like a lot of females have been coming into my life, and I've really been appreciating them through my job and through moving. I'm from Palm Beach. I miss my Palm Beach area. I miss it so much. Um and it's funny because like moving from Broward to Palm Beach, Florida, I felt like everybody in Palm Beach was really like they were so different to me. And Broward, coming from Broward felt so like so real to me. And going to Palm Beach, I was like, they're so different. They're not really real. Like this, it just felt really different. And now coming back down to Broward, I miss Palm Beach so much because Palm Beach is very calm and put together. And I feel like I've gotten both. I've just gotten both. I'm just gonna say that. I've gotten both. Palm Beach girls are they're very pretty and put together, depending on what parts you go to, of course. Boynton Beach, you can get more of the ratchet side. And on another side in Wellington, Florida, or like on another side, you can get really pretty, well put together, hair done, nails done, kind of girls, educated girls. So each area has different kinds of people, and different grade schools. So yeah, it's getting late, you guys. You guys need to go to sleep. I need to get some rest. This is where I'm currently at. I'm really, really grateful for my new girls that are in my life. Um, and I wish everybody the best of happiness and joy and success in their careers. If anybody really wants to start a business, this is your sign to go ahead and start. And I'm honestly speaking to myself as well, because it's just time. Like, there's no point in waiting. There's no point in waiting. I feel like there's like you can get you can get things registered, you can get your ingredients, you can get books, you can get your mailer packages, you can just start, and I can just start. I've already been starting on some like secret things, and I think about it every single day. So like, just want you guys to know that YouTube is a big priority to me, and it's something that I've been working on since my undergrad. And I feel like it's taking me super long to just be here, but as of right now, the priority is to do really, really well in school, because that's what I do. I like to graduate in the top of my class. Um, Everything that I put myself to, I like to really be on the top of it, like work and school. And then after I get through those chapters, the next part is to be just crushing it. And I mean, the topic of this whole video is just like feeling really sad, disappointed, and depressed in my personal life. So maybe I need to put more energy into that area, or maybe I need to put more energy into you know, keep pouring energy into myself after I'm done with school, and maybe that personal area will fill out in time, because I'll have a lot more to give and I'll have time. I'm writing a book, so I guess that's my business. Let's go. Write that book. Let's go. Yes, so anybody that has goals where you're getting that little tap on your shoulder and it's like, hey, hey, every day. The only thing that's really stopping you is just like putting it from your thought to your action. It's something I've been working on for a while, is just like getting it out of my head and into reality, and stop overthinking, stop putting hurdles in front of myself, just like really putting it out into reality. Thought to action. Like, of course, spiritually led, not like with some foolish business. If you have like something else going on, you know, I really feel like when we get certain thoughts, like when I get certain thoughts and I get downloads, I know that it's something else talking to me, and I'm like, I need to go do that right now. Like, I need to send this person a text message right now, because usually when I do that and I'm hearing something, they're usually thinking of me at the same time, or like the timing is just, I needed to go downstairs, I needed to go check on Bella, I needed to go check on Winter, I needed to check on my man. Whatever it is, the timing is usually right on the spot, and I got that thought at the right time. So basically, there's no like, I'm gonna do it next year. Like, if you got that thought, that little tap on your shoulder, and it's like for your example, writing a book, depression comes with living, and yet the more goals that you accomplish, interesting. For me anyway, the depression becomes less prevalent. Okay. What do you mean the depression becomes less prevalent? What does that mean? Elaborate on that. Yeah, so the timing is always, you know, from thought to action, thought to action. You know, and I've noticed that whenever I just sit down and I do it, then it's like the world or the universe or people, they make space for that thing. It's weird. It's like if we sit there and just think it, action makes space, in other words. Like, getting that person out of my life made space for new things to come in, new people, new girls to come in. I said I wanted new girls to come in my life. I wanted more female friends. Versus before, I felt like I had a lot of guy friends, and I was you know, you can't really have guy friends in relationships. It's like, it's just, it's weird. It's conflicting. People get jealous. So, you know, I cleaned out my closet space, and I know I was about to say goodnight, and here I am still talking. But I cleaned out my closet space, and like, interesting enough, I was like, I want to get rid of stuff. And I feel like every single time I get rid of stuff, it's either somebody tries to give me something, but I'm like, I don't really want to take things that have like people, or unless it has to be a certain person that has good memories attached to it for me. But usually I don't want things that have people's just like, I don't want memories attached to it. I want like good vibes, like, oh, I'm so excited, I went to the store and I got this today. It just has my that memory attached to it. And so I'll end up at the store and I'm like, I really wasn't planning to get this, but I made space and new things came in that make me super, super happy. And those old things weren't bringing me energy anymore, or like I would put it on and I'm like, this makes me feel really sloppy. So I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give away this t-shirt. It makes me feel sloppy. And then I get like 5 more new dresses that make me feel incredible and way more like the woman that I see myself being. So like, point being, actions create space for things to come in, or like for these new actions to happen. You can write that book, the world is going to make space for you. If you don't sit down and write that book, thank you. And you just keep it in your brain. The world, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is not going to know that you're serious about that goal. Thank you. I am really tired. Thank you. It's not my book. It's someone else's book. And not just someone else. Everybody's special. Wow, that resonates. Someone said something similar on the phone with me earlier to action. Yes, action makes space. That's a great synchronicity. Let's go. When I'm depressed, there's usually a cause for it. Taking my mind off of the cause or why, I feel like replacing it with an achievement usually. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing, right? You're special, Sadie, for us. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, that totally makes sense, because it's easy to, whenever people are feeling, this Indian lady, whenever people are feeling like a memory or like a life event is making them feel down, they bury themselves in work usually, because work is it's usually really black and white. It's usually like achievement driven, and you do a good job or you don't. So it's like, it's easy to bury yourself into work, and I usually do that. And this Indian lady said that she said women have to work. Worst case, your relationship doesn't work out, and if you don't have work, you have nothing. You have your children and yourself, but you have no work. With your work, at least you can start your life over. You have your coworkers and you have your money. Then you can rebuild your life. But if you're depending and you don't have your work, then your children they still have needs. You still have needs. And where do you even rebuild from? So that just makes me think about, Galaxy was saying that you just replace it with the thing, with an achievement. Is happiness ever truly a lifelong thing, is my question. Happiness is not. Like, I feel like a lot of people make happiness the priority, as if like happiness is the only emotion, or like the only, what is happiness? Where is a psychologist at? It's not the only feeling that we're ever supposed to feel. We're supposed to, like, if you just look at the simple nature of, they're actually not that simple. They're very dynamic. But like children, they experience so many emotions. They even have anger. They have frustration. They have sadness. They're tired. They're hungry. So all of these things, we're supposed to experience them. It's not just about happiness. So when we're working, like, or like when people are like surgeons, you're not going to expect your surgeon to be like singing a happy tune over your body as he's like, or somebody that needs a heart revival. He's not going to be like happy about it. He's gonna be serious, and you better hope he's freaking serious about reviving your heart. You know, you better hope that your partner comes in and he's serious, that he wants your relationship to work and not be like laughing and happy. This is not happy time. What the hell? So I don't think that happiness is the only thing that we're supposed to be striving for in our life. And I actually had to get over that idea. It's like a romantic way of thinking. That's not reality. Happiness isn't the only thing we're supposed to be experiencing. But yeah, when do I draw the line, you guys? I need to go. It's great to see you guys here. Thank you so much for being here. Yes. That's totally true though. I feel like every time you're on here you say something that I leave with Super Galaxy. But like replacing it with an achievement. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. So yeah, you guys, get some rest. I'm gonna get some rest. I need rest. Early morning. I hope you guys are working out. I hope you guys are doing good for your health. You know, eating good. So we only have this. We only have this, guys. You know, you can make it a good, pleasurable ending, or you can make it a friggin' horrible ending for yourself based on what we do right now. Okay? So go work on that body. Work on that body. Get that belly off. Good night.